With your first news at 10 Sports, here's Luke Gamble.
Well, the action continues late into the night at the Event Center tonight as 12 games play out on the first day of the state volleyball tournament for all three classes, the first ever three-class tournament. We tip it off in Class B. Edgley, Colm, Montpelier making their first state tournament appearance since 2006. The Rebels with the early lead in set one. Jasmine Zahn passes it over the net. Flasher set up for the big kill, but it's not returned. Edgley takes a 3-point lead. Bulldogs keeping set one close. Chasky Smet set perfectly, laying it just over the block. 17-12, they cut into that Rebels lead. It's number 22 with the serve late in set one. Edgley on top. Allie Strobel getting high and coming down with a big swing, leaving the Bulldogs with no response. EKM sweeps Flasher, advancing to the semifinals. A little earlier in the day, Medina Pingree Buchanan with a 2-1 set lead over Surrey. Mustangs with the lead in set four. Mackenzie Neighbors not being a very good neighbor to the Thunder. Bet the farm on that one. Authoritative kill for the Mustangs, 8-5 Surrey. Thunder can sniff the next round of the tournament, but they've still got a ways to go. Madeline Nagel with the dig. Bryn Sorensen gets the point. Set four tied. Medina in control with momentum. Violet Bowl coming up with one that's good as gold here. Thunder on the run with a 19-15 lead. Medina 2 points away from the win. Shayla Martin, one of the tallest players on the court, and showing it off right here. Point goes to the Thunder. Medina advances 3-1. They'll play our Redeemers in the semifinals.
Incredible. I am so excited to be in the top four. Our girls battled tonight. Hoping to play a little more consistent volleyball tomorrow. I told them, I just said we need to be more consistent with our hitting, we need to serve aggressive, we need to keep Surrey out of system, and I think we did a better job of that moving forward in that second set. It's all about our consistency. We need to eliminate our errors, and we need to keep other teams out of system and just play aggressive and have some fun.
Here's the Class B bracket after day one. The semifinals begin bright and early, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Our Redeemers versus Medina, and Edgley taking on Langdon. In the Class A bracket, 3 out of the 4 teams in the semifinals hail from the east side of the state. The only exception to that, top-seeded South Prairie Max. You can see highlights from the Trinity and Hazen games on our website right now at yournewsleader.com. Let's go to Class AA. The Bismarck student section was loud and proud as the Demons take on West Fargo tonight. Packers with the set. Audra Schroeder makes it 8-3 with the kill. She finished with 6 on the match tonight. Demons Briar Johnner pops the ball up. Keeping the rally going, Rosalind Brunel gets it over the net. And it's number 17 again with the stuff. Bismarck inching back in set one. Packers match point. Elianne McIntosh with the serve. Bismarck fighting to get the ball over the net, but just can't make anything happen. West Fargo takes a hard-fought win in 5 over the Demons. The state title defense beginning for Century in Class AA. Patriots up 9-6 in set one. This kill coming from distance. Sylvia Taylor gets a piece of a hawk on the way through when it falls. Point for the Pats. The 4-seeded Hawks showing a bit of bite. McKenna Coulter threading the needle through a couple of Patriots. Point for Horace. Century still leads. Patriots looking to close the book on set one. Abby Foslin looking a little more like a basketball player on this play. This one's only worth 1 point instead of 2, though. But it's still enough for the Century to take the set. They would go on to win 3-1. And they would be the only team from the West advancing in AA. They'll take on the 2 seed from the East, West Fargo Cheyenne. Well, the newness continues for Bismarck State College tonight as their most recent addition to the sports scene gets their first home match. The women's wrestling team has already won on the road in their first ever duel and gotten some tournament action before finally getting to compete on their own mats. And it's a Bismarck native getting the party started. Century grad Ray Ogden dominates in a 10-0 Tech Fall win. She does it in just 1 minute, 1 second. Napoleon's Alexis Snyder, a 4-time high school state champ, steps into the circle next and dominates in the same way. A 10-0 win, putting 4 more team points on the board for the Mystics. Adrian Steidler, another Bismarck native, taking a bit longer to get it done, but she gets the first fall of the night in just under 4.5 minutes as the Mystics win their first ever home duel 33-15.
They're more fired up for this than we were for our first duel, even our first tournament. You know why? Because there's people familiar for them, and you know the whole community. They see that everyone wanted to see them wrestle. Obviously, they want to see us win. I mean, we started off really strong, so then the energy just built off that. You know, we went through a very hard tournament. The last competition we actually did, and we wrestled some #1 girls in the nation, some national champs. So you know, they really got their eyes open. So to come back here and do this right after, you know, it shows me how hungry they are.
The next home duel for the Mystics won't be until February, so they're going to be on the road for a while.
All right, busy night, that's for sure.